There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm back at my normal time and I appreciate everyone who is checking us out and want to say hello and hope everyone has a great week coming up here. So let's see, where do we start today? First of all, I just wanted to thank Ane for letting me take her time this past week, and she will be back this week. She is on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. And then Thursday night, she's going to be on at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central. So I'll go through that again, but I just wanted to thank her for letting me take the time and do some Spirit Box work this week. Tuesday was off the charts. And Thursday was interesting, but not quite the level of Tuesday. And that's the thing about we have to always understand with this stuff, right? Is that it's never going to be the same. And that we just have to understand sometimes that, you know, some days Spirit doesn't want to talk to us the way it talked to us Tuesday. And I know that some of you are going to be like, well, that's my family I'm reaching out to. And, you know, all I can say is that we try and it doesn't always work out, but we are, you know, always going to try. And I want to try different things. And I'm really excited because we have the table of mysteries set up tonight. And basically what that is I have a couple devices going right now. I have, as always, I have the REM pod ready to go. So hopefully we'll hear something from there. I have the obelisk. Some words have come up. We had a number of words come up when I started it up. We have haze, sign, and dress that are currently there. I have the flashlight that was going off, but I wasn't sure if that was so much a just the fault with the flashlight. So I kind of repositioned it. So we'll see if it goes off. And then I have, of course, the I have the K2 meter, but I also have set up, hopefully we might get something here, bells that maybe Spirit will be kind enough to give us some bells and that maybe we can hear from them that way. So we'll see what happens. And of course, thank you to everybody who's saying hi. As always, I would just like to say that let me know where you're coming from. I know a couple of you have, and thank you very much. It has to be extremely late over in the UK right now. But also, you know, let me know if you're watching from Paranormal Warehouse or wherever you're watching from, because it's always interesting to know where everybody is from. So, and also please share this video. The one thing that I always talk about is intention. And without intention, we don't really get a whole lot going on. Even if you are not asking for Spirit to reach out to you, intention is always a big part. And I'd like to get as many people as possible to watch and take part, if that's quite all right. So we'll see what happens. I do wanna kind of change things up here a little bit tonight. And one of the things that I'd mentioned, and this is where when we do this, I do need to ask for patience from everybody, because we have been using the SB7 Spirit Box for the past 2-3 months. And I want to kind of switch it up a little bit. And what I have here is what we call the Phasma Box. And it is an app on your computer. And it's one that you have to pay for. It's not one that you get for free. You have to go and pay for it. And it's very much a it's an interesting app. But first of all, you don't have the white noise as you normally would with the SB7. It's taken from sound banks that are in the in the app, as far as I understand, but also what we hook it up to is internet radio, because we are on the internet. So we hook it up to internet radio, and we kind of see what happens here. We've had great success with it. I remember one of the times I was over at the Calumet in Pipestone, Minnesota. We did an event there for Parafriends, and what ended up happening was that we had a bunch of people in the room. And all of a sudden, this a friend of mine, her name is Lisa, she walked in the room, and all of a sudden the Phasma box says, "Hi, Lisa." So, there's some really interesting things that come up there. And yeah, Tony's used it. A number of people use it. It's been used on shows also. And the reason why I bring up the patients is because it's going to be different than what we've been using. And, every time we do some new piece of equipment, it might always be a little bit different, as far as how do we get going on it, how do we use it. So just know that it might take a little bit of time. If it becomes a complete dud for us, we'll go back to the SB7 or we'll go back to somewhere else. But, the thing is, I want to try different things. I want to try different boxes and stuff, because that's kind of the point of what we do here, right? Is that we're trying different things, and at the same time we want to reach out to relatives, we want to reach out to friends, and hopefully we could do so through these boxes. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that we're able to try different devices and whatnot, because there's so much more than just the SB7, and we'll always go back to that, but I just want to try different things. So why don't we start off with this? If it turns out to be a complete disaster, we will, try something else. But if it's only a quarter disaster, we'll keep with it and we'll see what happens, okay? I'm gonna have a little bit of water here. It's a very parched night over here. So with that being said and done, one of the things that I did not do on Thursday's show, which is a bit shocking for me, is that I did not run us through protection for Thursday night's Spirit Box session, which is really a big no-no on my part. I'm just seeing if anything else came through. So what I want to do is run us through protection, okay? For those of you who want to do it, I highly recommend it. What we try to do here is we try to put over a little bit of a cascade for ourselves so that we are that we're not allowing bad spirits to come in to us. And, we're really hoping that we're calling in only spirits of love and light and love and above, but you never know what happens. I don't want to have mistakes made. So for those who want to take part, as always, just imagine a bright light starting at your heart, and it emanates out. And from there, it gets larger and larger and larger and larger and larger until it completely covers you. And what happens is that covering should feel good, because it's not just covering of light, it's covering from protection from your loved ones, protection from your guardian angels, all this great protection around you. And because you're in this house and there might be other people in the house or pets or pain in the ass cats like I have, you still want to protect them. So you just send over that light, and you just run it over to the cat, the house, the walls. Just protect everything, okay? Just have it cover absolutely everything. And with that, we consider ourselves protected. And we just got something else through the obelisk. The obelisk says used. So we have used, dress, sign. Haze was before that, so I'm not quite sure. And we will see what happens from there. So I'm just reading some of the comments, and some of them are tough to read. You guys are. Some of you are going through some very difficult things right now, and we help wherever we can. Obviously, my prayers and hopes are with your sister. I'm so sorry. and hoping for the very best for you, and hoping that that she keeps fighting. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move my camera a little bit so I can get this a little bit better. The ovilus just went off again. It said fresh. So let's do this. Show me yes, please. I move my hand. Show me yes, please. Show me no. Going around a circle. Thank you. All that we ask is that spirits, especially spirits of loved ones who are watching us tonight, please consider coming here and talking with your loved ones. We're going to use different devices tonight. Please reach out to us. We don't do this to exploit you. We don't do this because we think that you're a dog and pony show. We do this for legitimate communication. You have loved ones here who want to talk to you. If you are here and do not have a loved one, you are more than welcome, as long as you are from love and light, and that you are a spirit that just needs help. We're here to help also. Like I said, we'll be trying different devices. Please consider talking with us, and we will communicate. Will you talk with us tonight? And the pendulum says yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I don't have the greatest of luck with technology unless I'm turning something on and off. So let's see how much I can mess this up. We start by turning on our Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to turn on the recording device. Tonight I'm using the small Sony device. And as always, you want to tag your session. This is August 16th, 10:14 p.m., GhostBox Live kitchen. It's so romantic saying the kitchen, isn't it? Turn on the Phasma box. I am doing this from my tablet. It worked earlier. I'm going to say this now. I did try it earlier. So it did work. Hopefully, hopefully it works now. You know how it goes, right? It works wonderfully in rehearsal, but then when you're live, it becomes a complete disaster. So let's see what happens. Even touching it, I couldn't turn it on. What, am I dead over here? My God. All right. Once again, over at the ovilus. And you guys, this brings up a good point also. As I normally do, I'm going to do spirit box work for a while, whether it is, and I might, for our crossover section, I might change it over to the SB7, possibly. Yeah, I might turn it over to the SB7 because that's been working really well for us. And then after we do a crossover, I'd like to take questions if anyone has questions. We've been doing that last couple of weeks, and I don't take questions as an expert. I take questions as maybe someone who could help, or we can help you find somebody who can help, okay? Just know that. We're going to turn this on. First of all, the last thing that came through for the ovilus was fresh, and I just want to check my flashlight here. Okay. Feel free to go on if you want. Spirits, feel free to use anything from this table. You know, that was me, but I just want to show folks, especially the bells. I would love it if we can get the bells to work, right? Turn on the Phasma box. Phasma box does not have white noise. So there's going to be moments of silence, and I'm going to have to turn this up probably as loud as it goes. There's going to be some awkwardness, even more so than usual, if that's possible. And, this is an experiment. See how we can all work with different devices, okay? Once again, please send me your intention, not your energy. All right. So we have sound banks being used. It's going to calibrate. We have the internet radio on also. It's connecting to stations. We're going to start hearing stuff. Still connecting. So I'm going to get some water. See how well that worked? Okay. Spirits, can you hear me? So you're going to get stuff that you're going to be kind of like, I'm not really sure what that is. And sometimes you're going to get phrases that are suddenly spot on and very clear, okay?
Be angelic.
Be angelic. Spirits, how many spirits are in this room with us right now? Can I get a number, please? Go away. That's nice. Can you hear it? I know there's, oh, and now we got the flashlight on. Spirit had told me to go away. Did you turn on the flashlight?
Potential cue.
Sounding Karen.
I'm going to turn this up so you can all hear it. Yeah, right? That's really nice. Do we have any loved ones here tonight? To me or to you, Tony? To the spirit that said go away, are you Tony's mom?
Accompanied.
Tony's mom, could you turn on the flashlight for us, please? Did you turn it on earlier? I'm sorry to hear that. That makes things very difficult.
Different.
I'm like they're trying again.
To the set, please.
All right, let's see if we can bring in some loved ones. I have not done it using this before, so as I always say to this stuff, there's no guarantees of what we're going to get, okay? So we're just going to try. For those that are just joining me, we're using a different type of spirit box tonight. It's called the Phasma box. There is actually a lot of laughter that comes through there, which is always a bit unsettling because it's not very, very nice sounding laughter. Okay, what do we got here tonight? Spirits, you have something to say to us?
Medium or
So we kind of touched on this a little bit. So Tony's mom, Bernie, are you here? Did you talk to us earlier?
Since it was
Bernie, can you say your daughter's name, Tony?
a sound. The biggest.
What sound are you talking about?
The broadcast.
Getting some of the same voices. Spirits, is it easy for you to talk through this? Because it's a little harder for us to understand, at least for me. I mean, possibly. The thing is about this sort of thing is I do think that depending on what device you use is easier for some to talk through than others. That's just my opinion on it.
Reverse mode activated.
That's me changing some settings on it. That's whoop. We're getting some flashlight stuff now. If you're able to do the flashlight, which I'm not so certain you are doing, could you do the REM pod? If you could go touch that antenna over there, please. And then it will lights will light up. Can you do that? Do you know what device I'm talking about? It's a reverse sweep now on it. Can you touch the flashlight to make the flashlight go off, please? Can you do that? Who's waking up after last spot? So Jill, this was happening after like Thursday's session? Was there a spirit that was jumping on Jill's bed last week after watching us that was trying to get a hold of her? So a new word came through the Ovilus. It is grace. Grace. To spirits that are listening in, who said grace? Can I have your name, please? Another word just came through the obelisk. Pray. P-R-A-Y. So we got grace and pray. Now I know a grace, and apparently so do a couple of you also, which is good. It says pray. I don't know if it's pray for grace or they're two separate words. Spirit, are we supposed to be praying for grace? Yes. Do you hear that? Yes. If we're supposed to be praying for her, who are you? Can I get your name, please? Nothing. You see how it just kind of comes up out of nowhere? We got another word through the obelisk also, idol. So in the last minute, we got grace, pray, and idol. Whoop, and there goes the REM pod. So who are you? Can you turn on more lights than just the one? Sound like said leave room. All right, I think we get the point with that. Can you stop with the REM pod? It almost sounds like Morse code, doesn't it, in a way? It kind of seems like it's a bit Morse code-like. No kidding, right? That would be amazing. Can you please ring the bells while you're at it too? That would be pretty spectacular. I just want to make sure. Okay. Zan, everybody is definitely on the same page as you are. If you don't stop the REM pod, I'm going to turn it off because it's not really doing anything for us right now. Okay? I was thinking the same thing, actually. And too bad I do not know Morse code. I kind of feel like we're doing that, aren't we? With having like this live show and stuff. Spirit, is there anything else that you could turn on over here that is more than just the REM pod? Can you make this go off? Can you make the flashlight go off again, please? Whoever's making that go off, can I get your name at least, please? Almost thought for a second. All right. I'm going to turn this off, okay? Overreact. Now, through the obelisk, it says master. Is that what was being said, Rachel? Look at these people. What's my name? My name is Greg. Yeah, they do. They certainly do. I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more than just the green light come off, though. Another word to the obelisk just came through. Period. Let me ask you all something. Do you want me to stick with the Phasma box, or should we go back to the SB7? Let me know what you all want to do. The problem is that I always feel like when I'm using the Phasma box that it's a little bit more. It's good to see you, Greg. Take care. It feels almost more impersonal. You know, it feels like that I'm not getting the connection that I normally would with the SB7. So, you know, if I'm just going to kind of leave it up to all of us here if we want to try switching it up back to the SB7, because I'm not feeling it through this as much, to be very honest. Now I'm just kind of reading through. I'm just going to read through some stuff because it was. Zan, are you talking about this device here? Okay, we're going to switch things up here. Thank you, spirits. All right, let's try this. Looks like Spirit lost interest with the REM pod. Please don't think that we weren't trying to reach you or try to understand what you're saying, Spirit, but I don't know what you wanted from having that REM pod go off. Spirit, is it easier to talk to us through this device? Hello. It's easier for me to hear through this device, to be very honest. You'd think it'd be the other way around. Can I get the name of who put the name Grace on the obelisk, please? So, okay, before I get back to people on the chat, I'm in St. Michael. There is an old building here that's going to be torn down this week that should not have been torn down at all, called the Corner Bar. Do I have any spirits around me that had been to that corner bar back when it was a general store, back in the 1800s? Do I have anybody here from St. Michael? Because I'm really upset that that building is going to be torn down this week because of the way that the road had been made, and that apparently there's accidents. I don't understand why, but I guess they think that tearing down a building from the 1860s or 1880s is the way to do so. And I just want to know if there's any spirits here who used to go to that place, no matter what the iteration of that place was. Now we're just trying to figure out spirits in general. How many spirits are in this room with me right now? Could I get a number, please? Thought I heard 7 or 6. All right. All right, Brian. All right, Gerald. Your son Brian wants to reach out to you. Did you just say, oh, God? Gerald, are you there? Another word came through the obelisk. It's blaze. B-L-A-Z-E. Gerald, Brian wants to know about his sister Chantella. If you can get her mom's first and last name. Do you know what I'm talking about? Generally, it's a good question, Jason. In our experience on here, at least, we find that they like to play with all of it. But generally, they focus on this. There have been some nights where both the table with the equipment and this both go crazy. I swear I'm hearing swearing. A lot of effing this and effing that. Very quiet. Is that directed towards me? Could be. Very soft female voice that just came through there. Obelisk, or my own K2 over here, just kind of blipped a little bit. What's up? Okay, we're starting to get something here. Brian is, oh God, something your dad would say. So, Alberta, you're looking for Christian to come through? Christian, can you say anything to Alberta, please? Yep. I thought Christian, could you say at least hello? Because you might have said some other things, but you know, it's sometimes hard for me to decipher. As some of you are noting in the comments, we are getting some quiet voices also underneath here. I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. Out with it? Yeah, I thought I heard that too, Dan. I really did. We just got elemental and iron on the obelisk. Let me out. Look her up. You say the number? Look me up, the number. Now, I should tell you all this. No, I shouldn't even tell you the story. I should play you the voicemail I got one time from somebody who I don't know who it was, who I'll have to give you, I'll look it all up and send it and give you guys it all next week. It's actually pretty creepy. It's about a year ago that it happened with some little girl's voice saying, "How dare you let me out again?" And that was just a random call, but the number was 666 on the telephone. I kid you not. Right? I didn't realize that was your boy. Can you hear that? I think it said Ovilus. I think I just heard Ovilus on there. All right. Christian, if you're here, can hear? Did you hear that? Christian, was that you? Tony, an Ovilus is this device right here, okay? Yeah. Alberta, I think we got him. I really do. Wow. What? All right. Now we got another word, I think, through the Ovilus. I might have just said that. I was kind of blown away by our responses here, which kind of makes me think maybe the SB7 is the only box we should be using. Reveal is the next word that came through. Yeah. I'm just looking through the comments. Got him again. I think we got him again. I really do. Well, congratulations, Tony. All right, Gerald, one more time. Can you come through for us, please? Someone said bye. Gerald, your son Brian wants to talk with you. Are you here? You could really help him out, okay? Oh, Selena, that's a long time without your dad. Ricky, your daughter Selena wants to talk to you. Ricky, are you here? Oh, it's like someone said, of course. Ricky, can you say hello to your daughter, please? Ricky, are you there? You've been gone a long time, haven't you? Almost sounded like something said, I'm here, but I mean, it wasn't very clear, so I wouldn't count it. Could you say your daughter's name, Selena, please? You know, Brian, we can keep trying, too. Just because we didn't get him tonight. At least as far as we could hear, we couldn't get him. That doesn't mean we can't try again at some point, okay? Ed, are you here? Your wife, June, wants to hear from you. I don't know if that was him or not. Certainly a strong male voice, that's for sure. Well, not as strong as mine, of course, but Ed, could you say hi to June, please? I think she'd just love to hear your voice. June, did you hear that by chance? I mean, as I talk over them, I heard that strong male voice, and you got it. Okay, good. Selena, we could try again too. Don't think that we're done. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons why something may not work tonight, but might work another time. Okay. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? That voice that came through, was that Ed? Good luck. Tony, didn't we get your grandmother before? We could certainly try again. Lucille, your granddaughter, Tony wants to hear from you. Are you here, Lucille? Right. If there's another way you want to communicate with us, hello, you're more than welcome to do so. Turn on one of the devices over here. Someone was playing with the REM pod all night. All right, still working. Lucille, could you say your name for us, please? I think it's actually the internet, to be very honest. I don't know if it's a camera or not. It could be. You hear that female voice? It said Lucille, actually. But it sounded like a very young voice. Tony, did you hear that? Like, Lucille? Very, very quickly. I'd be interested to know if you heard that. That's interesting. Am I not being heard by anyone else? If you can't hear me, you won't know I'm saying this. That's interesting, Zan. I kind of feel the opposite, to be very honest. Because it was a very clear voice that cut through, very clear. The thing that I love about using SB7 is going above the. I thought I heard someone say idiot. Well, and that's the thing, though, I'm curious about. Is there a unhappy spirit here? Is there a spirit unhappy with me here? You heard that too, Denise, right? By the way, Denise, congratulations. I won't air your Facebook life over public, but congratulations to you. All right, why don't we do this, okay? Are there any spirits here that need help crossing over? Can you tell us Me? Okay. Why don't we do this then? Why don't we cross you over? Everybody who is paying attention, I ask for your intention to help me here, crossover spirits. We don't need your energy, we just need your intention. What we're going to do with your intention is that we're going to kind of help guide spirits to cross over to the other side, okay? All right, spirits. Okay, let's do it. We're opening up a light that you should be able to see that you need to go to. That light is open for you to walk towards, and doing so, you're going to be able to cross over to the other side. You need to go to the light, okay? That is your protection, and that is your way out. Do you see it? The light. So you see the light. Now the thing is, for those of you who are afraid to cross over, you have nothing to be afraid of. You're not being judged. You're not being judged. You're just going over. It doesn't matter what you did in this life. You can go over and cross, okay? You'll have loved ones waiting for you on the other side. Do you understand? Here? Nice. Yeah. I'll be there. So go over there then. Have you all made it over? Okay. All right. Good. Anybody else need to cross over who hasn't? That light's still available. Go to it. Don't worry about it. Don't second guess it. Go to it. It's there for you, and you will not regret it. I'm there. Okay. Then I will close the Spirit Box session. Spirits, thank you for talking with us tonight. And remember that you can always pass, okay? I shut down the session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing that came through was thank you. You're welcome. And thank you, spirits, for talking with us. All right. So with that being said, first of all, if anyone has any general questions, just please put them in the comments. We'll close out. If anyone has any questions, you don't have to have any. Like I said, I don't answer them as an expert. I answer them with some of my experience, but there's also people here who will be able to help you also. Just a couple things. Brian, you keep, I think you're very upset over the fact that your dad did not come through tonight. Just know that it's possible that there's reasons why he couldn't come through, and that we can try again, and maybe next time will be a better situation for us on our side and his side to be able to communicate. I kind of wonder if sometimes it's a matter of almost a perfect storm where both of our sides of existence have to be aligned correctly for certain people to talk to us. That's why we're not always getting, like, I can't tell you how often I reach out for my mom and dad and they don't come through, but it doesn't mean they don't want to talk to us. Please just keep a good attitude towards that. And we'll try again. Let's not give up on it. Okay, Brian? Also, I don't know. I think that he's always crossed over, to be honest. I really do. I think that I think children are looked out for, but if not by then, certainly by now. So I just want to say that make sure that you close the loop on this session. Jill, I know that you said you said that you had someone jumping on your bed after the last session or something. Just please, for all of you, make sure that you're closing out these sessions, that you are telling spirits that you are not allowed to talk to me anymore. This session is over. Unless you're a loved one or a family member or friend, someone that I know, they're okay to stay in touch and to be able to guide you and give you those little gifts of life. But if, the spirits that you don't know about, that's why we close the door on these sessions. And you just have to literally cut them away, because that's what needs to happen, okay? You just need to do it so that you're separating yourself from the session. You do not want to keep them around. They might attach themselves to you. They might do all sorts of things that, quite honestly, you don't want, right? So make sure that you're closing the session, okay? And like I said, if you want your family members around, they won't go away. You're not closing the door on them. You're closing the door on all those extra spirits around, okay? So just make sure about that. And you gotta even say it out loud. Remember, what's happening here is your life. It's not theirs. So if someone's jumping up and down in your bed, or somebody is just being kind of causing trouble, just tell them to go away. All right, and they generally will. Want to know what the little black box was when the green light went one next to the flashlight? Are you talking about this one? That is a K2 meter. So what we see sometimes, and we've seen it's sitting right there, is like you can ask it to, if there's spirits and you're getting some good responses, you can ask it go to a certain color light, because each of those are a different color, and it'll go, you'll get spirits to go to whatever you want to. This right here is kind of like a poor man's REM pod, that all you need to do is go near the live wire, and that happens. So hopefully I answered your question there. Let's see. Just seeing if there's anyone else. Yeah, trust me, one way or the other, Christian has passed. You are good, and you helped him do that. You were able to give him that one more gift out of more that you're going to give him, that you helped him pass. Honestly, I don't know how many more boxes I have on here that you're to the right of the flashlight. Because this is the Ovilus, this is a little REM pod, this is a K2, And this is a real REM pod. And then I have some bells that did not ring tonight. So let's see what else we have here. How do you get rid of spirits that you don't want around? You tell them to leave. And it's not something that happens often once. It has to happen multiple times sometimes. You can also, you can smoke them out. You can use all sorts of things to get them out of the house. Just as long as you're using sage or something to burn them out, the one thing that Anne always talks about in her stuff that she does, you gotta, if you're going around with sage or something like that, you gotta make sure you have a way for them to leave. So you gotta make sure, that there's like a window open, a door open, that you're, and only one that you have open, that you're kind of pushing them out through. Because if you have like 2 windows open or a door and a window open, you can push them out and they'll come right back in. And that's something that you just gotta do. You gotta be able to remove them, you should be able to sage them out. Absolutely. And sometimes if you're not able to do it yourself, you might need to bring someone in to do a house cleansing. Zan just put in here too, that, you can, a lot of people will put salt around the perimeter of their house once they sage them out, and put salt around the perimeter. And, that way you're able to kind of keep the boundaries, as Zan's putting it. Okay. And sometimes you might need help with that. So just, something to keep in mind. I've been doing this for about 10 years, 5 publicly, but before that I was doing my own things. Getting back to Susanna's question, Jill is saying the same things that we are. Alberta, regarding Christian, of course you are. It's very moving. And not funny, but the truth is, every time we do crossing overs in this, we're always getting people, or we're all feeling it. We all feel it. It's like there's like a weight lifted in some ways, or we're just getting tingling sensations. And, that's kind of my favorite part about doing this, is be able to help spirits, because personally, that is the reason why that's the reason why I am able to keep doing this. I keep doing this because I love being able to help spirits, and that's really the point of this. Before everyone goes, I just want to remind you all that we have Anne back on Tuesday. She's going to be on at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and Thursday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central. And you can take part in her one-question readings. For those of you who are like, is there a message for me or something? It's better to ask her. She'll be able to answer that much better than I can through the spirit box, because some of that stuff requires longer sort of sentences and stuff, and it's makes things a little bit difficult through the spirit box to try to do all that. Real fast, do you ever get and investigate haunted houses? All the time. And I'm always open to more. In fact, that is a really interesting segue to just remind folks, if you need help of any kind, with investigations or consultations, even if I'm not in your state, if the project is interesting enough, I might be able to help out, or I can also suggest people to help out. We know enough people in our little network here to help. You can reach me on Facebook. You could just go to my profile, Greg Bakun, and friend me or whatever you want to do, and we can chat. You can go to my website, mn-ghostbox.org, and basically you can listen to my radio shows, see my web series, my podcast. You can listen to Spirit Box evidence that I have there. Very simple stuff. So with that, I think I will see you all Sunday. Hopefully that this was worth your time. And, you know, I don't do this without you guys, honestly. So basically, we did this tonight, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you all very much. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Good night.